saw it the other night. The Aggies can win a 3-2 game. They can win a 13-12 game. They can win they can be in a 3-2 game and very quickly turn that into a 11-4 baseball game.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into TexAgs Rewind, presented by Specs. If you're looking to freshen up your happy hour skills with some new seasonal cocktails, just go to specsonline.com for a ton of recipes handpicked by the Specs mixology experts themselves. They're better than I am at it. We're here in the Rollo Insurance Studio. All right, Mac Attack, Micaiah McDonald, Social Center, Angry Elephant Social Center. Let me ask you a question. What did you learn today on the show? Is there any bit of knowledge that you felt that you learned on the program?
I learned that OB likes to whoop. There it is.
Did you see the same things, the gyrating of his neck that looked like he was hanging from a noose when he was pushing? Did you notice that too?
Yeah, I watched him. He was looking right at me the whole time.
Isn't it creepy when he makes eye contact like that when he's dancing? It's a little creepy.
No.
You were fine with it? All right.
It's fine.
Note to self. All right. Cade Bickham behind the glass. Here another day for the Nick Savage. Cade, great job today. Tell us what's on the rewind.
Thank you. Well, on the rewind, we have OB, obviously, a little go hour action. Got Ryan Brauninger live from Omaha, Richard Zane live from Omaha, and then Billy Liucci on the program. Also, what I learned today on the show was that the Aggies are playing in their first winner's bracket game in Omaha since 1993.
And who did they beat in 1993? Let's see if you remember the history lesson.
Kansas.
That is correct. And who did they lose to in the next round?
I believe it was... I didn't remember that, but I knew that
LSU.
they lost to, Long Beach State was who we lost to get out of the tournament. Yeah.
See, I've changed the way we do the rewind. I want to make sure that the people are paying attention. Sometimes I say things I don't even remember, and people ask me like, "Hey, you remember when you said that? Huh? I said that." So I want to see if they're paying attention. All right, it's the rewind. Check it. I think as we were leading up to this, even leading up to the SEC tournament, the postseasons where legends are made. Right? And legends come in different sizes and shapes, right? A legend can be your best player. Can be Jace Lavalette making a legendary catch, right? It can also be Jackson Appel just being a hoss back there, right? It can be Teddy Two Bags. It can be Hayden Schott.
Teddy Burton keeping his foot on the bag when Kent's underhand lob to him, went so high. That was a huge play.
It can be Caden Kent hitting a grand slam when you least expect it, right? We remember postseason failures, of course, but successes, and that's how you become a legend in Aggie football, Aggie basketball, Aggie baseball, Aggie sports history, is what you do in the postseason. And that's why these plays, with more eyeballs than ever, that's why these plays is where your legends are made.
Oh, I agree with that. Absolutely. The bigger the game.
And Justin Lampkin's the guy, I don't know, legendary performance you can say, but maybe out of nowhere to us performance. Not to that staff. They all knew he could do it. That's why they put him in there. But to us, we're like, there was a moment of Yeah. And I even saw some people questioning, Schloss during the game. What are they taking Justin? People in the media. And you can ask it. Did it work? Sure did.
I admitted I was watching the game, and I'm like, why are you taking Lampkin out now? The guy's been nearly perfect. And, he pushed the buttons, and it worked. Now, there were times when I had to hold my breath with Chris Cortez, but then when it was over with, it was you held your breath, and then there was this great exhale, a sigh of relief when he struck out the third guy.
Regardless of what happens the rest of the way, but especially if things continue going in the right direction, is probably AC level-esque moment in Aggie sports history. From a baseball perspective, can you compare other moments? Where does that kind of rank in your time covering A&M sports?
Yeah, I was talking to Billy about it, and it's hard not to be a prisoner of the moment when those catches happen. But I thought whenever he made it, and during the moment when I was on radio with Monaco, my immediate thought was that's the biggest defensive play in Texas A&M baseball history. Now, and I've gotten a couple of days away from that, and I would have to comb through some plays. Obviously with that 2022 team, was there a big defensive play? I would think that the Trevor Werner double play against Notre Dame, that was a massive, massive play. But that was kind of a routine ball, right? It was a one-hopper right at him. He steps on the base at third and throws it across. This was anything but routine, even though Jace made it look pretty routine because I think people often forget about how ridiculous of an athlete Jace is. But yeah, man, like I can't think of one. It's got to go up there with some of the great defensive plays we've seen, regardless of sport. You know, you think about the Bo Jackson goal line stop against Auburn in the Cotton Bowl. You know, maybe some of the I wouldn't put it on nearly close to like the Brian Gamble fumble recovery against Texas, but like just some of the great defensive plays in Texas A&M sports history, given the circumstance, given the scene in Omaha, a place where you've been 8 times as a program. You haven't won your opening game here since 1993. Like, how else are we supposed to talk about it? Like, I don't want to put a damper the enormity of the moment, because we're trying to like talk about other instances in Texas A&M sports history. Like that was massive. So yeah, man, when I'm looking at it through my lens, it's got to be one of the bigger defensive plays in Aggie baseball history.
Baseball, man. Yeah, Ryan Prager. You're in the 1-0 game for the first time since 1993, and obviously I got some heat for that. I was wrong in the setting the scene earlier, but you're in the 1-0 game for the first time in 30-plus years, and you've got your ace, who's had one of the best seasons in A&M history, going against a team that's already thrown their ace in Kentucky. So, I mean, you got to feel really, really good about that. Ryan Prager's been fantastic all season long. He struck out over 100 dudes. I know what he did in his last start against Oregon. Whatever that's behind him, he's pushed it behind him. He's flushed it, whatever. You have to feel really good about this dude. And plus, he's also got the Omaha experience from 2 years ago. He pitched twice. He pitched in both games. They used him in a much different role than they're using him in now, where, you know, he's the ace. He's the guy that's trusted to go deep into games and get you those quality starts. Back then, he was just used as an opener, you know, short relief kind of stints there, here and there, at least in the postseason. But each and every time you get to step into this environment and onto that mound, like, that helps you. So Ryan Prager's not coming into this blind. Like he has the experience that can help him overcome the emotions and the nerves and the jitters that might come with getting to start a game in Omaha.
One of the points you made, though, was he only has given up 12 home runs on the year. Unfortunately, 3 of those in the last 8 innings. How much can we read into that?
I don't think you really read too much into that at all. To be honest with you, I included that in the advance yesterday just because, you know, it kind of plays into the reversal of trends theme that I was rolling with from the beginning. Bluebell Park, when it's hot in June, plays a lot smaller than early in the season, and it will also play a lot smaller at any point in the year than Charles Schwab Field, Omaha. So, yeah, I don't read too much of that. You know, I don't think Ryan Prager's struggling to give up the long ball at all. It's 3 swings of the bat in 8 innings, and it's 12 over 80-plus innings. So it's really not a concern of mine at all.
You saw it the other night. You know, the Aggies can win a 3-2 game. They can win a 13-12 game. They can win they can be in a 3-2 game and very quickly turn that into a, 11-4 baseball game. If they can just hang around and get into that more taxed pitching, and on the side, we'll have to Warsaw, have to manage that too, Max Wiener as we go along. But as they can get into that more taxed pitching, which shouldn't be today in a second game, but eventually they'll get there. At some point, I can see this offense really busting out. But if they have to win a low-scoring dogfight, which a lot of these games have been so far, yeah, they've proven many times over they can do that, and they've proven it twice. It's funny if you look at their last 5 games, right? They did it 4-2 against Texas in 11 innings, where the runs were very hard to come by, much less even base runners. They blasted ULM with 5 home runs. Then they came back and against Oregon, and it was a little of both in each game. Where they were slow starts and Oregon pitching looked good, and they came back and they scored 25 runs in 2 games and did it without the long ball. And then they come out the other night and they win 3-2 with pitching and defense. So this team can get you any which way. They just go out there to win.
Mac, I would like for you doing the Olin dance to tell the people what to do.
I can only do it with one hand.
Why?
I have to hold my mic to tell everyone.
You have to hold the mic? Why do you have to hold the mic?
I have to hold it down.
Why?
Okay, you know what? I'll let y'all like, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends. Tune in tomorrow.
You did do the neck thing like OB. That's all right. All right, we'll see you guys next time.